live? We're live. What's good, everyone? It's REDinFamy, your master geektress. I'm here with the one and only Geek Life Mike, aka Geek Bum Mike, when he wants to be.
No doubt.
He said no doubt. So we're here with the Xbox showcase. We're here for another episode of Run That Back. Of course, Mike was like, yo, what we doing? I said, we up for it. We are late. That is my fault. So we're going to run this from the top. If y'all tuning in and want to tune in for our thoughts from the top of the show, let it be so. And we're going to start this off. I know they're showing Black Ops. I'm excited for Black Ops. I actually like that storyline the best. Besides Modern Warfare, because it kind of switched up over the years. So let's start that. I hear your TV, Mike. Mike.
Yo.
Your TV's feedbacking.
It's not even on.
So I'm feedbacking. Right. So I got some information. If y'all been following that, it's following from Black Ops 1 story. From the character who Ice Cube played. His name is in my head, but I can't think of it right now. But the son is the main character for this Black Ops 6. I guess it's given like the Gulf War.
The Call of Duty fans should be happy. I'm not one of them. Generally, if I play Call of Duty at all, and this has nothing to do with Xbox, it's just I've never been much of a Call of Duty player. You know, if I've ever played Call of Duty at all, it was always pretty much just the campaign. I never really got caught up in the multiplayer, but this does look dope. You know, I can't knock that. That's the thing about Call of Duty. The games always looked dope, you know, and they were always, you know, really dope to play, you know, from a campaign perspective. So I'll probably just follow it up here. I won't buy it. I'll probably just play it in Game Pass, and then just that'll be the end of it, because I'm not getting in that multiplayer. That multiplayer is great.
I mean, what multiplayers do you really play, Mike?
Well, I mean PvP. I play a lot of multiplayers, but I mean PvP.
Okay, what PvPs like do you? I know, of course, Destiny and so forth. But
I don't really play as much PvP in Destiny anymore as I used to. The meta on that is just kind of wonky. You know, so I haven't really gotten into that really much. So there really isn't a lot of games that are PvP that I play, but I do play multiplayer games. So that is different, you know. But again, Call of Duty looks good. You know, no complaints here. Looks really good.
Representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase.
Yeah, Joseph Bowman in Black Ops 1. So that's
from Treyarch and Raven, who are
I can't wait. I'm excited because I love this storyline. Like Black Ops, the first storyline with Black Ops was fire.
And a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies.
Please do zombies correctly.
Call of Duty has been in our show.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna go crazy for that. I mean,
they better do what they need to do, since they have the Xbox has the game. So
experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch.
I don't know. I don't necessarily understand like the showcase afterwards. I mean, like, but I guess it's because it's their first like real year, like really showcasing Call of Duty since the acquisition. So I guess this is why they're doing it.
Uni was good.
day one.
You know, I have no
So no
intention
matter
on
where
watching
you
it. I'm
choose to
not that
play,
interested.
everyone is welcome to experience
I'm
the
Oh,
like,
I
power
can't
what?
wait. I
of
want to
Black Ops
see
6
the
on October
multiplayer.
25th.
I want to see the story. The story
Incredibly
was always
excited for
dope.
today's show.
Um,
I'm standing here thinking
like
about
the
all
first
the
Modern
changes
Warfare
have
that they
gone into
rebooted
making
looked
this show what
it
it
played
is.
better. It looked
It's
great.
an
It was
honor
back on
to
that
share the latest
respawn.
efforts from our
Well, not
partners
Mhm.
respawn
around
as
the
far as
world
like
and from our
the
own
original
creative teams at
um
Activision,
Infinity
Bethesda,
Ward, the original
Blizzard,
Infinity
and
Ward,
Xbox
which is
Game
now
Studios,
respawn now, like
who
how
are
they brought
doing what
theatrics
I
to
believe is some of their
a
best work
militaristic
ever.
type of game, of course, from them working on
Mhm.
Medal of
Now,
Honor and then
to
also
introduce
working on the
something
Call
that
of
is
Duty series to
special
kind
to
of
me.
bring that
As someone
cinematic
who has played
atmosphere
games
to
for as
a
long as I have,
military
it's
game for a
amazing that
story.
we
Mhm.
can
So
set up
with Black Ops
this
1, the
world
story
together.
was crazy. Like it was like a
So thank
movie.
you
So
all for
I
joining
hope
us.
they bring that back in some
Please enjoy the
aspects.
show.
And this will be the first time ever that a black man is on the cover of Call of Duty without any other characters being on there. That's the first, so that's
Yeah,
something
I think
historic.
yeah, I think for Call of Duty, I think Black Ops was probably my favorite. I did like Modern Warfare as well, but
Mm.
Black Ops as a series, as it relates to Call of Duty, was definitely my favorite. I played that a lot. Um, even PvP. But I never got in, in the live chats or whatever, because there was a lot of craziness in there. But you know,
Those were the
I was
days, yo.
it,
Those were
yeah,
the
nah, it
days.
wasn't for me. Nah, it was too disrespectful. I
Nah, and
like
I was
no,
disrespectful right there. I will leave people. I made people leave lobbies.
yeah,
You
nah,
wanna? You
it
thought
was too
me?
disrespectful. Yeah, it was too disrespectful, and I'm not with it. Like I'm not with it. So I stayed silent in PvP.
Nah, I was like, I am for all the smoke. You want to? You think I'm the one for it? All right, cool. This look fire right here. This is this something with Doom?
Yeah, Doom looks crazy. I don't play Doom, but I might. This looks wild.
This looks amazing. Like I like just running, gunning, just killing all the Zemans. What's up, everybody that's coming into the chat? What's up, Uni? What's up, Tay? Red Paper? Everybody that's lurking, I appreciate y'all coming through and chilling with us. We are a little late, of course, but this looks fire. Doom: The Dark
Yeah,
Ages.
no, yeah, this Doom looks crazy.
Okay. Want to speak on a couple of changes that I was trying to hint to people.
Who did you love?
What is this game here?
What did you believe?
Oh,
Zombie
this must be
stuff.
State of Decay.
I hope so.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm tired of zombie games, man. I'm tired of zombie games. I'm tired of zombie games.
Period.
I don't care what platform. So before the Xbox people come for me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do want all the smoke, but I just want to be clear. I universally am sick of zombie games. Switch, Nintendo, well, Switch, from Nintendo to PlayStation, Xbox, PC. I don't want to play no more goddamn zombie game. I don't want to watch no more goddamn zombie movies. I've had enough.
I think the Walking Dead, the Walking Dead, kind of like, of course, catapulted, and it was great when it wanted to be great. And then, of course, The Last of Us. But yeah, I'm tired of zombie
I
apocalypse.
can't do it no more. I've had enough. I can't no more.
Tired of it as
Down
well.
with zombie games in 2024. No more
But
zombie games.
I mean, State of Decay. What I was looking forward to seeing what they were gonna do with State of Decay. With this is the third one. because
Yeah,
the previous
I'm gonna
ones
pass on State of Decay.
it didn't look good. So I heard it was fun to
It
play,
doesn't,
but it
doesn't
didn't
look
look
bad. I'm
good.
just gonna pass on it.
But I'm up to try the game. I love
Yeah,
playing co-op games, so
Know you well.
if it's a dope experience, then I'm up for
State of Decay is a hard pass for me.
it.
Hard pass. I can't take it no more. Please don't hate me.
My thing is, what is it, Undead Labs? Why y'all had to make y'all own bootleg Michonne?
Choice we make matters.
Word.
We'll never.
What's up with that?
I mean, listen, you got to go with what works, man. I mean,
No,
you
I'm
know,
tired of no. I need these game developers to stop with this black monolithic type thing, like where you have the Killmonger. Now it's going to be a Michonne because it's a zombie game.
I mean, listen,
No,
people like playing games with relatable characters.
make your own characters, yo. It's like a rapper that just bites off everybody. Make your own characters so they could be monumental. So when we see that character, we know that's State of Decay 3.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that
a fact.
that looks like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's all. I'm like, yo, it's just like
That
with
is
the
a
black
fact.
men, everybody look like Killmonger. Like, really? Hey, yay. BioWare. I guess this is Dragon Age.
Yeah, not a Dragon Age player.
Not looking good.
But again, with the showcase so far, you know, I can see that, you know,
Thanks for the
Microsoft and
follow.
Xbox, they're kind of addressing like things that a lot of their fans want to see, those fantasy based JRPG, MMO, RPG kind of games. So good on them for that. You know, they have huge audiences. People can't seem to get enough of them. So, you know, for the people that love those games, I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Not my thing, but it's dope.
Darkspawn.
I always wanted to get into Dragon Age. The only thing I'm questioning right now is the tone of this game compared to the previous ones. Like, it just looks a little.
You know there will be dragons.
It's giving Fable. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Now I was just saying that the tone is just very, I guess, not cartoony. I guess I should say the word cartoony, but it's not as serious as how Dragon Age used to look, and like the tone of it. So I'm not sure of it. Like I'm interested in playing it because I always wanted to play a Dragon Age game. I always heard great things of it, and I always love a game where I can make my own character, make it look like however I want them to look, and so forth. And I see all these different classes, so that's my only qualm with it, is that it looks cartoony. And shouts out to my brother G Stack. He was saying that from how the title even looked before everything was revealed. He was like, I don't know, because it's looking cartoony-ish. But yeah, what was you about to say, my bad?
But it has an audience. So I ain't mad at it. I mean, you know, there are people that, you know, really love that kind of game. So, you know, I can't be mad at it.
Are you surprised I'm not something? I wasn't invited. If I was invited, I would have been out there. I wasn't invited.
I was invited, but I couldn't make it. I had other things that I had to do, so I had to decline. And flights and hotels are really expensive. Because I wound up getting invited kind of last minute. And then when I was trying to get a flight, like they were flights that cost as much as going to Turks and Caicos. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stay here in New York and watch it like everybody else. But shout out to everybody for the invite.
Yeah, I wasn't invited. I'll work on that next year to make sure I get
Yeah, I work on it
invited.
next year. Like to me, the showcases now are not. You know, I know everybody's saying E3, but here's where E3 is different from the showcases. The showcases are basically just you kind of sitting in a theater and watching like a 2-hour set of trailers. E3 was an actual event. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Whether
mean,
you watch,
the summer Game Fest and IGN Live is still an event. Like, it's just
it's
it's
an
on a
event,
small
yes.
capacity.
It's an event, yes, but I think there was something about E3. I think everybody kind of, because IGN and Summer Game Fest are like really two different things, and they have two different things, two different themes.
It's not
Um,
cohesive. It's not like a
yeah,
cohesive
that's the
event.
word. E3 was everybody all in, all
All
money
everybody
in.
on
Yeah,
and globally,
all money in. This is what we're doing.
yeah,
You got this
globally,
space
yeah.
over here, you got this space over here. Everybody all in. This is what we're doing. I think that's the difference, the cohesiveness. Because Summer Games Fest has its own thing. IGN, which is a media outlet, has its own thing. So, you're going to be kind of getting kind of two different looks at gaming, which is fine. But I guess I'm kind of old school in that regard, so I just kind of like it all together. For the Starfield people, looks like they added a little bit of a horror element to this Shattered Space DLC, and it looks
It looks
cool.
dope. I mean,
It
I
looks
can't wait to.
cool.
I need to finish Starfield. Y'all know I need to do my playthrough series of it. I enjoy Starfield. It's
Yo, everybody's gonna hate me, man, but yo,
and they did a
yo, I
major
like
update. You don't
Starfield
like
either.
Starfield?
I ain't like Starfield either.
What?
But to be fair to myself, you know me, I'm not a Bethesda guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
I
stand
love
on that.
Bethesda
I'm
games. I
not a
love
Bethesda guy.
Fallout. You don't like Fallout. Speaking of Fallout,
I
oh,
did
wait a
like
minute, wait a minute,
Fallout.
wait a minute,
What was
wait.
that, Fallout
Speaking of
4?
Fallout, what's about to happen?
What was that? Fallout 4 that I gave you?
You gave me Fallout 4 and you made me a fan of Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is the only Bethesda game I think I've ever played. Um, no, I'm lying. I played Dishonored 1 and 2. I did enjoy them. I didn't finish Dishonored 2. I finished Dishonored 1. But I enjoyed those. And Fallout 4, I played till I couldn't play it no more.
I love Fallout 4. That
Fallout
game.
4 was dope. Fallout 4 was dope. But again, not a Bethesda Games fan.
Just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors and
So I'm not even gonna sit here and hum a stunt.
What's this? Vault
like
63?
like I'm excited about a Starfield DLC, but I am excited as a gamer for my Team Green peeps that play Starfield, that love Starfield, that have the Shattered Space DLC. And the good thing is, they're getting something tonight in regards to that game. So that's fucking cool. So how can I be mad at that? So that's fucking dope. And the Shattered DLC looks like they're kind of taking a horror element and they're going like next level with it. Kind of Dead Spacey, Callisto Protocol elements. Not saying that they're copying from it, but it looks like they're adding some horror to it. So I think that's dope. Looks a little darker.
Oh, you get to play as a ghoul? Oh, Fallout 76, which I never got a chance to get into, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Has new DLC with Vault 63 elements, and then you're able to play as a ghoul, which I think is gonna be interesting because I wonder how the health situation is gonna be. Like, you're gonna be able to go through things with radioactive more than a regular person, I guess. So I'm looking forward to trying it out. Like, I love the updates that I'm seeing so far with the games.
Yeah, I think what I'm liking about the showcase so far is that I'm not really seeing anything so far that's blowing my mind, but I think what they are doing is that they're putting out quality updates to really fan popular games, and that's always what's needed in games like this.
It is, but I expect I'm gonna keep it a buck. Spring is for that. Like, spring is to show updates that's coming for the summer. In my opinion, when it comes to what we used to call E3, this is what I don't like. It's like companies don't feel the need anymore to impress us when it comes to, and when June comes around, it's as if like I don't want to impress anybody. Like, this is a new game. I never seen this. I don't know what this is to me. I don't know. It look new, but that's what I want. I want something new. That's what E3 was about. I'm looking at something new because these companies was trying to impress global as far as their investors, their stakeholders, and everyone else, their partners that they're gonna have. Like, as far as the gamers who are the stakeholders, they wanted to impress everybody, so you know what's coming in the fall.
Right.
And I don't see that anymore. It's like, yeah, we have an update because y'all used to updates. No, like, blow my socks off. Feel like, but this right here looks interesting. And then I get tired of seeing the same old situation as well. But this looks a little interesting. But we'll see. It just gets like it's not even getting jaded because I don't think I'll ever be jaded of video games per se, but I get tired of seeing the same stuff showcased more than other projects.
A lot of the games nowadays are starting to look the same. You know, first person. You know, a lot of them are looking the same nowadays. I don't really see, and I'm just saying that universally, I don't see anything.
Oh, hold up. I think this is the game. Speaking of not seeing the same, this is now, I guess, this is the Compulsion game that I was looking forward to that they showed from before that has like the Bayou.
33 looks good. We'll see. It looks good. I'm a sucker for a turn-based RPG, so you know. So, you know, I'm always down to try something like that.
I'm looking for, this is an anticipated title for me right here. This game right here.
I think Xbox is on its way out. I don't think anybody who realistically, that's from the chat, shout out to Red Paper. I don't think anybody who really follows this thing ever believed that. I think that's just talking points for fanboys.
They're not on their way out. They're on their way into transitioning.
Yeah,
and this is what I'm going to explain it further after the showcase. Is what I've been saying for a long time, Mike. I said it to you when the rumors was coming about certain games was coming onto PlayStation. I said something very pivotal, and I said it's breadcrumbs that has been left by Microsoft itself beyond just Xbox, and nobody wants to pay attention to those factors. But I'm going to speak further on it after the showcase, and it's also the things that Sarah Baum was talking about too that nobody wanted to pick up that I was talking about. It goes beyond just Xbox. It is from Microsoft trickling down to Xbox on a lot of stuff that's going to change. But this game right here, I've been anticipating to see gameplay of this for sure.
Yeah, so far, from what I've seen in the showcase, I would say Expedition 33 is so far the best thing that I've seen.
Oh,
this is south of midnight. I still don't know how I feel about this one.
Listen, I'm just excited. I get excited when I see a black protagonist. And black developers are actually on this game as well. And just to have a different perspective, like we always hear about the Bayou and Hoodoo and things like that, and putting that into a game, like a cultural aspect, I really want to see it come to life in this game. It's just something different from what we always experience all the time. So having some type of Black American cultural aspect in a game that you normally don't see from the South, I definitely can't wait to see it in this game.
It doesn't, it kind of has like that stop motion claymation animation style, which is intriguing. Now that we're actually seeing full-on gameplay, it does look good. You know, it looks a little janky, but it looks good though. Will I play it? Probably.
Y'all gonna see I'm playing this. Y'all already know. They got the catfish. Yo, they got the magical catfish. got the
Right now,
Gator.
Expedition 33 is the game that I would say I want to play the most right now.
South of Midnight. Okay. And South of Midnight for sure. I definitely want to play. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
South of Midnight does look good though. I'm intrigued by it, you know, because of I guess the elements of Black culture that it's trying to touch on. So I don't know where they're going with it. So I might play it just out of intrigue, you know, just to see, you know, kind of where it's going.
Okay.
You know, so you know, I'm always down for anything involving my people. So sign me up. So I'm gonna change my mind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this one. So Expedition 33 and South of Midnight so far have been the standouts. And
Okay.
Doom
Yeah,
looked crazy.
Doom too.
Doom
Doom,
looked fucking nuts.
Call of Duty for
You know,
me.
yeah, Doom looked fucking nuts. And I don't know if they're using UE5 on Doom. It looks like they may have.
It looked like they are.
Yeah, Doom
Sure.
looked crazy.
Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Is this Warcraft? It's Warcraft. Why does 2025 sound so far away? Yo, facts. It don't sound far away. Yo, we're half in the year. Like I was like, yo, we're halfway into the year. Crazy. Uni said you need an external hard drive. Yeah, I have to update my PlayStation and put like a 2 or 3 terabyte in that, like for real. And then my computer, I gotta set up all the new stuff. Yep. Cherry was like, and you could play everything on your Lenovo Go or any other handheld PC. Facts. Red Paper said South looks a little stiff, but definitely getting my support. Kay said it reminds you of Kenna. Okay. This is a long presentation. Uni said, are there any turn-based RPGs that are multiplayers for you guys that you know of?
Turn-based?
I only could think of is Gears. What is this? World of Warcraft: The War Within. I'm gonna have to check more on that because they didn't show any gameplay.
This
I
is
don't know.
World of Warcraft for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, we got a snake coming in.
Approaching Soviet airspace. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains. Ensure the safety of Sokolov.
I guess attack. I'm trying to think of. I don't know many multiplayer
Your code name for
turn-based.
this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking.
I've never been into
This will be a sneak mission.
Metal Gear Solid games.
You
I
must
don't
not
like
be
stealth
seen by the
games.
enemy.
I enjoyed the first 3. After that, I kind of tuned out because then because I think the gameplay mechanics changed. The story got fucking weird. It got weird. It kind of went down like, you know, like how Terminator, like after Terminator 2 got fucking weird,
Yeah.
you know, and then it was like it was supposed to be like one kind of singular thing in terms of, you know, what brings the Terminators here. And
That's because
it
they ran out of copies.
Metal Gear Solid is. Metal Gear Solid got weird. You know, it got weird. So I tuned out after part 3.
Which one is this? Is this like, because, you know, I'm ignorant to different. Metal Gear Solid. This one is involving what? Because I heard this one is a fan favorite. This one is what in the series? Mike, don't hear me. Which one is this in the series? You said 3. Which this is all? This is after 3.
Yeah, I think this is. I think this is 4.
It look cool. I might try it, and y'all gonna be laughing at me in the stream because my patience is gonna be very thin. Espionage games. But Uni, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of Gears Tactics if that's multiplayer, but that's a tactical game that is turn-based and I don't know. We don't have to research that. I have no idea. That is a great question. Damn. That's out the Solar brand. Sailor Moon. I see Thieves updates.
Yeah, I don't play Sea of Thieves. I don't give a shit.
Season 13. They have mad. Yo, when I played Sea of Thieves for the first time, that stream was hilarious. That stream was hilarious. I'm happy at a lot of things. But it's Baldur's Gate multiplayer. That's a turn-based? Yeah, right? That's turn-based, right? I guess that would be a turn-based game. Which I have, and if anybody plays Baldur's Gate, I need people to play with.
Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
What's this? This. Oh, I remember they showed this, but they didn't show more gameplay of it. This look fire.
I'm seeing a lot of the same types of games.
So what does this remind you of?
It's not that it reminds me of anything per se. It's just I'm not seeing anything new. Like there's a million of these types of games.
So what makes the 33 game look different then?
There's nothing about it that makes it different, but just has a new look. There's nothing different about it. It's just
the only new look I see is the camera view. It's tilted to the side.
It's just a turn-based RPG, which we don't see too much of because most of the RPGs that we're getting now are action RPGs.
Or Japanese.
You know, real-time action RPGs. So I guess to see, you know, a good turn-based RPG.
I mean, the best turn-based we have, of course, the Japanese resurgence of Japanese turn-based, but they have an action element to them still. But I like the way that looked from the different textures of the gameplay. I am not interested. Is this what I think it is?
As the gods of mankind.
Is this Smite or what is this? No, this is not Smite. If this is this Civilization?
Is this what?
What's this? Civilization? This can't be the Civ.
No, that was announced at Summer Game Fest. Civ 7?
I am not interested in Civ. I am so not interested in Civ 7 at all. So, let me tell you what. No. Humankind demolishes civilization. Like, and I'm a Civ fan. Humankind demolishes civilization to me.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury.
But I'll give it to Xbox. I mean, they are putting on a show. You know, they are putting on a show.
They're giving like mythological stuff. What game is this? Like they putting all the different mythological things in here. Norse, Greek, Hermetic. What's the age of mythology? Okay. Next. Next. What game is hard? Humankind? Uni, I got you.
Yeah, Flintlock look cool.
I didn't see PlayStation State of Play, but I heard it was
It was decent.
I was only excited for, I guess, things. I didn't see it yet, but I know what was already announced. And Astrobot is my joint. So, I love Astrobot. They gave me what I've been asking for.
I was wrong.
Astrobot looked crazy.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
Ain't nobody Indian, Pacific Island, like it just be the. That's what makes things point. It be the same old people over and over again.
I'll have to improvise.
That's what makes stuff boring. And this looks interesting, but I get tired of the same.
Like, see, like.
What readings are you getting?
Oh, this must be Perfect Dark. See, again, it's another first-person shooter game. It looks like everything else we've seen so far.
It looks. Remember me.
From the life we think we know.
But yeah, this looks like something that
turns out to be a lie.
It's giving Remember Me mixed with what was that parkour game that EA had?
Which one?
Mirror's Edge, yes. So it's like Remember Me,
yeah,
Mirror's Edge mixed with
Yeah. That game was fire.
Deus Ex, like.
Yeah, that game, Deus Ex. Wow, that was my shit. Deus Ex.
You're ready for Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, Perfect Dark looks good.
Do y'all play games like B? What does that mean?
It looks good, but again, it's just like.
Slay of Spire. I heard of
I'm
that.
not blown yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not blown yet.
I think it's because in this day and age, we're in the 9th generation of gaming, approaching the 10th generation of gaming, and it's like, at this point, we need to be blown away.
I'm not blown away, but
I'm sorry, I need to be blown away.
I am saying that as of right now, you know, there's a lot of games, and that's dope. You know, it's like right now.
Oh, it's Perfect Dark.
If you're
oh, it's Perfect Dark.
Yeah. If you're a PlayStation fan right now, you should probably be a little upset. You know, not upset that, you know, Xbox has games, because again, we don't know, just because they have a bunch of games doesn't make them great. It just means that they have a lot of options and there's a lot to choose from. Doesn't mean that they're going to be good games, you know. But you should be pretty upset that you don't have, you know, this much to look forward to. And that's not to say that Sony and PlayStation doesn't have anything cooking, but we don't know. And
I'm happy they did finally announce and showed off Perfect Dark. What's up, Mo? Because we've been waiting for Perfect Dark to be showcased for the longest.
Updates and expansions to our ongoing games, like World of Warcraft.
So I appreciate that.
From Blizzard. Handcrafted original concepts like South of Midnight from Compulsion.
I just think a lot of times they take too long. And it's like once the hype is there, they take so long to ride the wave of hype until when you get it, you like, oh, okay.
Activision,
Like-
Bethesda, Blizzard, King,
That's a
and
problem,
Xbox
too.
Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support, and we look forward
I
to
haven't
getting
seen
their
Matt Booty
ambitious
talk in
games
a long
in your
time.
hands.
Yeah, the people who
Diablo is
like
one of the
Perfect
most
Dark,
enduring
you
and
know, are going to be
beloved series
excited
in all of gaming.
for that.
We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play.
One of your
This
favorite
October,
games
Diablo
back on
4,
Nintendo
Vessel
64
of
Dope.
Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic
Damn,
for
I
the
still
game.
didn't start
Let's check it out.
Diablo.
Huh?
I still didn't start Diablo 4.
Oh, yeah, I finished the campaign. I don't think I'm going to go back though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go back.
Maybe you'll come back with this new.
Huh?
What about this new content?
Nah, I don't think I'm going to go back.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Like, I had a lot of fun with it, but
Mirel?
I don't.
Oh, you're not well.
I don't know if let me not say never, because I gotta get ready to go
Oh!
back.
Rel,
What?
is that how I raised you? No, mother. But
That's a Zeman.
alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
I mean, there's a lot to see, and you know, Xbox is showing off a lot of games.
I don't know how
So,
much longer.
you know, you have to realistically, as a PlayStation fan, really ask yourself, like, what's happening?
I missed you so much. I'm so proud of you. But now I
knew
need
she gonna
you
turn.
to give.
She trying to. That's not your mother.
Huh?
No.
That's not your
Of
mom's.
course it's you. You monster. Let go of me.
Oh, shoot.
Let go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little
Oh, shoot. Gave her like a demon.
be consequences.
Oh, damn.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control.
What the hell is this game?
He got put in hell real quick.
Maybe
back.
you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Dead, girl. Dead. All the fish is dead. The hell? What's up, Rim? They need to make a Dark Souls game with the Mortal Kombat characters and call it Mortal Souls. That would be something. It have to be certain Mortal Kombat characters. Because if I see Striker, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than...
So far, this is like
That's
just just for sheer volume of games. This is like an 8.5 out of 10 show. Just because of the sheer volume. Like, you know, although a lot of these games did not have release dates, they were tentative. It's still good. It's still good to be able to know, yo, we got this coming, we got this coming, we got this coming, we got this coming, we got this coming.
I mean, sure.
You know, right now,
You are like literally my
PlayStation fans like me and you don't know shit. The only thing that we know that's coming for sure next year.
Oh, they fixed her face.
Maybe is Wolverine. You know, and without being console warrior of any kind, you know, I'll say again, if you're a PlayStation fan, you should be upset.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right.
If the gameplay looked like this,
terrifying.
What is this, Fable?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I knew this girl once.
Yeah, not a Fable guy.
All the wrong choices.
Mike, what
again,
the hell do you like?
I am open-minded. You know, about some
like
things
that?
and not so. Like for me, I like side-scrollers, space games, some sports games, multiplayer games, and I love JRPGs. Fable, you know, I never got into, but again, that's not to say I can't turn around and play it. You know what I'm saying? Like Elden Ring, for example. Elden Ring is the first Souls game I ever played, and I absolutely fucking loved it. Went back and played Demon Souls. Loved that. I tried Lies of P, didn't love it, but I at least tried it. So with Fable, I never played any of those games that when they were on Xbox, but I might try this.
That's the golden ages of Xbox.
Right. But again, I might try this just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that because I'm not blown away by it that I won't turn around and play it. That could just be it. But I'm just saying it's never been my type of game. But as it stands now, it could be something that I could turn around and say, hey, you know what? I play this. Why the fuck not?
What's this? Oh, nah. What's this? Frag Punk? That looks dope. So it looks like you use these different cards to, I guess, give you perks in the game.
So what's this, Overwatch? I know they just use chain reaction. That's a Destiny trait.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So
Xbox is saving
where I grew up.
Gaming.
Here I
about
found
that.
my childhood home
But
in ruins.
I mean, this is
Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it?
Fable has you in the chokehold.
This is probably one of the best showcases from a gaming perspective I think I've ever seen. Top 5.
You said ever seen, or you talking about this year?
No matter what.
Ever seen? Out of the years, you wildin'. Nah, bro.
Nah, no, look. Here's why I say this.
This to me is one of the best Xbox showcases I've ever seen. I would say that.
Look at it like this. Not all of these games are Xbox games.
I know all of them are not Xbox games, but I'm just talking about the showcase. I'm talking about the showcase.
Look at how many different games that. Remember, this is a 2-hour showcase. 2 hours. We're only an hour in.
The rest is Call of Duty, I think.
So this being an hour in with this
The one's a
number
borrow
of-
game I will play.
with this number of, look at how many games that we didn't know that Perfect Dark, that game was supposed to be rumored to be in a shit show in terms of development. Well, guess what? It wasn't. They have it. They have an actual game that they can show actual gameplay of. Fable, Diablo has a new update. Sea of Thieves has a new update. Starfield has a new update. Fallout 76 has a new update. We've seen a bunch of new games. Again, they're not all exclusive to Xbox, but at the very least, we can attribute it to them because they're showing it first.
Like I said, this is from me.
Their own first-party titles. This is one of the most impressive showcases. And remember, I'm Team Blue all day, every day.
I don't care about the teams. I'm just saying, like, from me looking at showcases to me going to showcases for damn near a decade. I would say this is the best Xbox showcase I have ever seen. Like the best Xbox. That's what I'm saying. But
we'll agree to disagree on this.
It's not about agree or disagree. I'm just saying what I feel. This by far is Xbox best showcase that I've seen because of all the things that I have asked for Xbox to actually do. Like you said, they gave updates on games that's already out, that's being still supported. That's always a plus. They're showing games that was on a milk carton that we were still looking forward to. And now we get to see some type of gameplay of it. And like you said, was in a lot of stress when it came to the development of we didn't know what was going to happen to the game. Perfect Dark, there was so many switch ups, and then seeing games on their platform as far as their stage that we didn't see on anybody else's stage. I think a lot of people forget on how E3 used to be, on what we gonna see on that stage versus the other stage. And like what you're saying is true, we get to see these games on that stage. Of course, there's a lot of games that's being shown that are multi-platform games, which means that it's on another system. But for them to show on their platform means a lot because, of course, there's some type of partnership there. And we just get to see this looks cool up. They did some updates. But I think it's one of the most impressive Xbox showcases I've seen since I've been a gamer and since I've been covering video games. So I give them a huge kudos. This showcase.
The only reason why I don't want to say that is because Xbox, in terms of their showcases, have been traditionally bad, and it's such a low bar to clear. And
they cleared it.
I think truth is truth. That's why I don't want to say it's the best Xbox showcase, because it's such a low bar to clear.
They had a good showcase. Which year was that?
I'm not talking about just having a good showcase. When have you ever seen them do a showcase like this?
There's been a what?
Title?
With this many titles? With this many titles? Yes. Yes. Titles that people are interested in, not fluff. Because I'm not going to take quantity over quality. Because they like to do that too. So I'm talking about a quantity. I'm talking about a quality.
I'm quality over quantity, but again, I still harken back to the same thing.
Because I could show a whole bunch of bullshit, and then it's like, oh, okay, you showed a lot of games, but the games was trash. So like,
nothing that I've seen so far has wowed me, where I have to say, wow. I'm just impressed by just the sheer number of games that they have available.
So I don't go off of that. I gotta go off of that. They going off the share of games, but the quality of games that are being, because we can look at there's no shade to the PC gaming showcase. There's been tons of times with the PC gaming showcase, and you're like, okay, what the hell am I looking at? So I'm talking about that it's a quality of games. It's a good number of quality of games at that. That's what I'm saying. This right here is showing some really interesting games, because I play a lot of different genre of games, different art styles, all kind of stuff. So I'm very open-minded of games I actually play and stream and beat and play through. So I'm saying it from someone who does play different games and is open-minded, that not only are they showing a good array of games, but there's quality to me of the games that they're showing. Like, a lot of the stuff is updates. I love that they're showing updates, and then I want new titles too. But we get into the purpose of, oh, they showed a lot of stuff. Was it a lot of stuff that you gonna be interested in? Because you could show a whole bunch of nothing and put a good little slapstick CGI little presentation on it. It's like, oh wow, that don't mean nothing to me. By now, when it comes to the 9th generation of gaming, I'm looking for some games that is going to defy this generation of Xbox gaming. Since we're on Xbox.
All right, but to be fair, to kind of push back on that argument, isn't it one of those things where we won't know it until we play it? Because look at Helldivers 2. Do you know the reception that got before anybody played it?
That's what any showcase, right? But we're in the stage of Xbox already showed these games already. So now we're looking for the gameplay to be impressed by. Like we're looking for the game, and they show gameplay of Fable. They show gameplay of Perfect Dark. So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the games we were looking for from Xbox. Like, don't pull a gun out and don't shoot. You're gonna shoot like 5 years later? Like, we don't want that keep happening all the time.
But 2 nights ago?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't disagree with you in the sense that, yeah, we have 50 games and 45 of them could be duds. That's a fair assessment. But again, I am also like you in the quality over quantity argument, because, you know, even Sony, with the few games that they did manage to release this year that so far, pretty much all of them were fire. You know, I don't care what anybody says. Rise of the Ronin was fucking dope. Stellar Blade was incredible. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, well, we know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Helldivers 2 kicked ass. You know, so Astrobot's getting ready to kick some ass.
Yeah, that's why I said this has been an impressive showcase.
Grand Blue was this year?
Yeah.
Grand Blue was this year, right? So
Grand Blue Relink is crazy.
A share of fucking bangers. But what I'm saying is, can you honestly tell me right now that you know what to expect next year? That's my argument relative to the showcase. That's what I'm saying.
I think Fable, Perfect Dark, of course, I don't know. Fable looks crazy.
And prevent
the
same murder.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Fable looks incredible to me. I can't wait. Of course, Dragon Age, that's a game that's multi-plat, but if we want to stick on what we expect from Xbox, it's kind of difficult to say that, because I'm going to mention it after this showcase is done. But from Xbox Studios, I should say. So from Xbox Studios, the games that I've seen so far has impressed me, like, on what they showed so far.
Yeah.
As far as the gameplay. Perfect Dark, I'm a little iffy on, but it don't look bad. It's just like what you said, look like something else.
It doesn't look bad, but it looks like a lot of the games that I'm seeing them show in this showcase right now.
Yeah, it's like, what we going to expect this generation with Perfect Dark?
There isn't a game that I've seen so far that I'm seeing, yo, I cannot wait to play that shit. I haven't seen one of those yet. Again,
so that's why I can't say, "Ooh, this is the best showcase I've ever seen," because it's not. It's the best Xbox showcase I've ever seen since I've been into gaming.
Right. But this is the part where I say we're in disagreement, because I'm saying Xbox showcases really, for the most part, at least in my opinion, have never really been that great. That was always PlayStation's thing. They used to murder showcases. You know what I'm saying? The other 4...
2017 wasn't bad. So, like, 2017 wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Stalker 2...
Isn't we on Stalker 3? This Stalker 3? Notice this is
No.
Indiana Jones. What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
It's so funny what to expect from Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, I'm with you, Red Paper. Indiana Jones, I'm playing like a motherfucker. And I'm going to the movies to see Indiana Jones old. You know, I'm that old. Like I went to see Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom in the movie theater. I'm dying, y'all. I'm that old. So
the thing about the funny thing about Indiana Jones that I have to say, which is so funny and ironic anyway, is that of course Tomb Raider and Uncharted of course was inspired by Indiana Jones, right? But the thing that Uncharted did was made a better Tomb Raider game. And then when Tomb Raider got rebooted, it had to learn from Uncharted to be a better Tomb Raider game. And then now what Indiana Jones, this game has to be better and take from both of those games in order to be a better Indiana Jones game from like previous Indiana Jones games. It was like,
yo, Chariot, I also agree. Remember, I just said so the game showcase was always Sony's thing. Always. You know what I mean? That was their thing. But I have to look at it as it stands right now and where we are right now. And I'm just saying, just in terms of a sheer showcase with everything that we're seeing, you know, a lot of new games, a lot of premieres, just a number of games. It's an impressive showcase, regardless whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. If PlayStation put out a showcase with this many fucking games, you know what I'm saying, regardless of whether or not they were incredible or not. You know, because again, we won't know it until we won't know that until we actually play it. But this many games, we'd be losing our shit. Let's keep it real. But the Sony people would be absolutely losing their shit with that many games. So, you know, we got to be honest in that regard. And that's why I'm saying it's one of the best.
Sony did that. It wasn't as many games, but it wasn't as long as a showcase as this. Sony did have a showcase, I think it was 2 years ago or the year before last, but they showed, was it the Tokyo Game Show? They had a good plethora of games, but it was nothing like, oh, okay. So, like, because people are expecting, see, that's the thing about between these two. People are expecting certain things from Sony. People don't expect certain things from Xbox, and that's bad. It's like you should expect X, Y, and Z from Xbox. Y'all act like y'all just now started playing Xbox games. I'm pretty sure y'all were there during the Xbox 360 era. So there should still be some expectance. And it's like, as we went along, it's like, oh, we don't expect much, so whatever they give us is yay. No. Like, that's what I get from that all the time. It's like, oh, it's the kid that was left behind and we have to... No. That's what I can't stand. They get the okay. It's like they have this privilege. And I'm like, no, they still have to impress no matter what. I don't care what they put on the slate for the run of show. They still have to impress us on what they're naturally going to give us natively. Like... So people, of course, expect stuff from Sony. So they're like, oh, okay, if they give us 3 exclusives, we don't need to see a whole bunch of games shown at the Sony showcases. But that should be the same thing with Xbox. Like, okay, we know from Xbox Studios, we want this, this, and that. And everything else is just icing on the top. That's how it should be digested, but it's not.
Agreed.
Red Paper said, are these moves showcased by the new black? Her name is Sarah Bond. Her name is Sarah Bond. Put some respect on Sarah Bond's game. And she's not new. She's been working for Xbox for a long time by now. She's not new at all. She's now the vice president. But over her is Matt Booty. So is Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, then Sarah Bond. And no, these are not just her moves. Better put some respect on Sarah Bond's name. Sarah Bond. Just the name is Sarah Bond. What's up, Reggie? Hi, sis. How did you like the show? I was bored, to be honest. No, I haven't been bored at all with this showcase. Like, I've been like, oh, okay. I haven't been, because y'all know I keep it 100. This, oh, a mecha break. I'm interested in this. I like mecha stuff. Mech stuff and Gundams. I've been very impressed. For me, I know some people are like, yo, for real, I get it. Like, believe me, y'all, I totally get it.
Comes to slay
so I'm like on both sides with that. But if you asking me about the showcase, the showcase has been great.
But over time,
it was incredible. I give it 8.5 out of 10 or an A-. You know, again, the only issue that I have with the show, and I don't want to say issue because it's kind of like pulling in a negative element, but there were a lot of games that there are a lot of games so far that seem very much like each other. Yes. You know, they're not necessarily new. South of Midnight is the only game that had a different look and feel, but again,
and the 33 game, like you said, at least it had a different camera angle.
Right, but then the combat is just like every other action RPG game, and that's where I'm like, so
see, that's 2017
my knock on the showcase.
Xbox 2017 was a great showcase. I could see why people didn't like it.
It was solid. I thought it was solid.
What's up, Dark? How you been? Shouts out to Dark. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't do the shout outs and everything like that. I appreciate everybody coming on from YouTube. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I skimmed past what was shown, because it's like once you get to the certain, you're like, yo, okay. CGIs, it's like, should we get CGIs anymore when it comes to showcases? Or can y'all like show us? And I get the whole marketing aspect, like I'm there, but it's like, excite me. I want to see a glimpse into the show, into the gameplay at least.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot.
Go, Rep. Thank you, Red Paper.
Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future.
Uni said it's hard to impress Mike.
Deceive you.
Huh?
He said he's worse than me. What he said? They said it's hard to impress you.
No, it's not hard to impress me. You know, I'm not necessarily trying to be impressed, but what I'm saying is,
I get what he's saying. No, I have to agree. I do.
What I'm saying is, well, I mean, think about it realistically. Look at the games. How many of the games that we saw today are different from one another? They're not very different. They all share a lot of the same core gameplay elements, a lot of the same art style. So a lot of us are going to be playing a lot of the same games that do the same things. That doesn't mean that they're not good games. So I want to be clear on that.
Valve got a release date.
Right. I'm not saying that they're not going to be good games. I'm just saying that a lot of the games don't have a different gameplay element. A lot of them do the same things. They have a pretty game. They look pretty, but they all do the same shit. You know? And I'm saying South of Midnight was the one that looked very different. Doom looked incredible, but see, the reason why I'm not killing Doom is because that's what Doom has always done.
Yes.
Doom, you can even say Doom was the godfather of that style of play. So Doom did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, Doom, Quake.
You know, Expedition 33, I got Lost Odyssey vibes from. You know, and I'm wondering why Microsoft did not capitalize on making a remake for that.
I don't know.
It's probably easily its most popular Xbox 360 JRPG made by a guy from Square Enix. So
I don't know. I guess it's a licensing thing that they need to get together or something, because that game, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. And again, let me just also say that it's not going to stop me from playing any of the games. I'm just not. And then you know, remember I come from the 80s, man. I've seen all manner of game, man, all manner. So you know, Red 2, she's seen all manner of games. So you know, we have a certain we've seen a lot, you know. And that's not to talk about how many games that we see that people haven't seen yet. Behind
that we can't talk about. Shit that we can't talk about.
Yeah, that we can't talk about. Like, you know what's a game that I've never seen before that introduced a gameplay that I've never seen before? Cuphead.
Yeah.
Games like that, you know? Me and Red saw that game 2 years before it came out. That's a game that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
that did something that we still haven't seen yet. Nobody's been able to duplicate a game like that. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Or even kind of reinventing the wheel. Like, of course, we had Little Big Planet that gave a different, that it added something to the industry, the play, create, and share aspect, and then having a different type of platforming that, of course, Mario and Sonic, but they did something totally different in a 3D aspect. So yeah, we're just looking for something like, if you're gonna reinvent it, add something that changes the industry by far. So we got Shadow, some gameplay of Ubisoft that everybody wants to hate because of a historical black man. And I love it. Just gonna collect all those tears. I got my bottle right here. Just gonna collect all those tears for it. Y'all need to stop fronting. Just say you're racial. That's just say it. You're racist. Just say it. I respect those who's true to themselves. I can't wait to play this. I love samurai stuff, and I've always wanted to play more things that have Yasuke. Shouts out to the black developers who have Yasuke, like games that involve Yasuke in them as well. So we got Descendant, Yasuke the Descendant, that's coming out. And we have a couple of other projects with a Yasuke game in it too. So. Hope they show a new Fallout. No.
I just want to see Gears.
Honest,
I want to see Gears because I played Gears 5. I loved it until it got into the open world element. I wish they would not have done that. Gears 5 is a linear game. It needs to stay a linear game. I think that's what made Gears of War so great, obviously.
You know why they did that, right?
Following the trend, they didn't need to. Sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Works just fine.
It was like, oh, God of War's doing it. Let's try to.
Yeah, that game took a nosedive.
What is this? Is this Metro? Is this a new Metro game? Or is this Stalker? Is this Stalker 3? This is Stalker 3, I think. I gotta play Stalker 1. Feasible to play it.
He already saying it's the greatest showcase ever in the Twitterverse, but of course you take anything that comes from there with a pinch of salt. But I'm just looking at the feedback. Listen,
I can see people saying that they haven't seen really good showcases in a long time. Me personally, I'm not saying this is the best showcase I've ever seen. That's just my opinion. I can see why others would say so, including yourself. I can understand it because it's been so goddamn long since we actually had a showcase that gave us a lot of games, updates, new games. So I get it. They did their thing. Oh, Stalker. What Stalker are we up to? I thought we was up to Stalker 3. We up to Stalker 2? I thought Stalker 3 was... Is it 2 or 3? Like, is that the remake of 2?
We've been honored to partner with PC Game World, the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color.
You see, like Sony's, like you see, like Sony's 2016 showcase that we were in LA for. Red. You see that? That's what Sony needs to get to. These state of plays, you know, I understand what they're trying to do, you know, because I think a lot of times people get wrapped up in console wars, so they kind of forget that these are two companies that are changing elements about what they've done in terms of how they address games and its gamers. And see, PlayStation doesn't have a fan base problem and a branding problem. Xbox did and does still. You know, PlayStation 5 is still, out of everything that we've seen here today in this showcase, once the holidays hit, it's still going to be the thing to buy. So the branding problem and the popularity thing, the branding and the popularity and the name recognition is not what Sony's issue was. Sony's issue was game variety, which is what they've been trying to address. Okay,
it's funny because they didn't have that problem during PS3 era.
With that, we're going to get state of plays the likes of which that we've seen, and a lot of people are not going to be happy about it because they want every game. It's kind of like Nas and Illmatic. They want everything that Nas drops to be Illmatic, and Sony fans have become very spoiled in that they want everything that Sony drops to be God of War or Ghost of Tsushima, instead of realizing that they have to broaden, you know, and
which is
their
funny
variety in terms of what game offerings they put out there. Xbox's problem was that simply they didn't have any games. Well, now they've addressed that, you know.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that.
Huh?
I don't
but
know
they
if
have a branding problem. You know, they have a branding problem because outside of the US, nobody really plays with an Xbox. And I'm not shitting on them, but outside of the US, Xbox is not the console that is being talked about. You're either talking about a PC, a Switch, or PS5. So that's their issue. So we're just seeing two companies that are basically trying to change how they approach their fan bases and gamers. I think PlayStation's core fan base is double in size of Xbox's fan base. You know, you know, so we have to just sit back and watch. You know, we're still 4 years into a generation. 2 of those years were stolen from us by COVID. So we're actually in like year 2.5 of this generation, if you want to be real. So, you know, this could be a case of PS5 kind of remixing the PS3 generation, where the first half of that generation wasn't so great, and then the second half, holy shit. So we'll see. So we'll see. Proud of both brands right now. Both brands are doing dope shit.
This is what I have to say. It's funny that you said what you said because that's not how Sony used to be. Sony, of course, during the PS3 used to have a variety of games, right? And it's something that I always said with Xbox, but now that's trickling onto Sony fans. So with Xbox, what I always would say, and they continue to do that until now they see the light, was that Xbox started to gear their fans towards shooters too much. They even made their controller like a trigger. they didn't make their games, they didn't foster, I should say, you know, as the early parts of the 360 era. Of course, you had so many different games. From you had localized games, you had Blue Dragon, you had Lost Odyssey, you had Blade, you had all these different types of games that were Japanese based. You had RPGs, of course, the Fable line. You had Morrowind from way back with the Xbox. Like, you had all these different games that just wasn't revolved around shooters. Of course, you had your Halo, and then you had your Gears, and that brought the shooting element. But that what made them change was Call of Duty, and especially when Modern Warfare blew up everything, including movie deals and everything of that nature. It shook the industry, and they put all their eggs into a basket because of Call of Duty. And it's funny because they did it again. But what you said about PlayStation, like, okay, now their fans is always expecting another type of God of War, another type of Ghost of Tsushima, and that's bad. Of course, Sony players, which still is the same with PlayStation players, still play a different array of games. They still play JRPGs. Those games still sell more on that platform. As far as platformers, those games still sell more on that platform. But when you hear certain things around the run of what fans expect, is they're not saying, oh, I want that other, you know, that other type of game. Like, remember before we had the Little Big Planets, we had the Puppeteers and so forth of that nature when it came to that platform. You're absolutely right on what's being expected. We do need, of course, a different array. What I like that Xbox is now seeing, because I remember when Phil Spencer said something which was very bad. It was when Breath of the Wild, I think he was saying like single player games is not as important as something he said. I'm paraphrasing it. I'm not directly quoting, but it was to those regards. And at that time, Breath of the Wild and I believe Horizon were like the top two games. I don't know if it was just North America or globally. But like you said, when it comes to a global presence, of course, PlayStation has that global presence. And of course, it was before Xbox. Huh? Yeah, it has a global.
Yeah, that's the difference between the two brands.
Yeah, that's the difference between the two brands. The thing that I think Xbox is, that's why I said I'm proud of this showcase, is because it's what I've been asking from Xbox for the longest, is those different types of games. But it's one thing for them to do it, it's another thing for the fans to actually support it. And that's the problem. It's not so much, I have a problem a lot of times with the Xbox fans. They'll say this is and that, they'll perpetrate. Of course, the Twitter gaming community is not the masses, and everybody like to take from what's being said on Twitter and act like that's the masses of the gamers, and it's not. But one of the things that Xbox has seen that has been a problem, and that's why Game Pass came into existence, was those games that was not always damn near trickled into to the shooting games, or the old games like a Halo and a Gears were not being supported. Nobody was buying them. Those sales was not big like how God of War and Uncharted was. We're not going to mention Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a title that everybody know about and is going to be excited for no matter what platform it's on, right? And of course, Insomniac changed everything with it, that the talent. I'm just talking about the name Spider-Man, anybody's going to light up for it. So I never use that as an example. But now they're trying to foster that back. And I hope the Xbox fans with this showcase, and they're parading and being happy that y'all actually play the damn games. And y'all, because I'm tired of getting diamonds on certain games being played. Like, I'm like, this is a regular achievement. Why is this diamond? So that's what I have to say about that. But you're absolutely right. What Sony needs to pick it up when it comes to that, because, you know, perception nowadays is key.
Yeah, they don't, again, just like Xbox, they don't need to show off 10 out of 10 bangers. They just need to give
me a AA game. We don't need AAA games all the time. Give us.
Yeah, we don't need them. We just need to know what we can expect.
What can we expect and play? We don't need a AAA game all the goddamn time.
If not anything else, like these Xbox games that we saw today could be complete and total shit shows, but at the very least, we know
we could be excited for something.
Yeah, but at least we know what to look forward to. Like if somebody says, "What are you looking forward to?" You could say blah 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 and blah. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you can't say that about much in terms of where we are on the Sony side. And that's the difference maker. They don't necessarily have to be, because nowadays nobody has time to play a whole bunch of AAA games. Nowadays, they're you know.
Yeah. Let me see what else they showing. After what Sarah Bond was saying, I think I seen something else because it had clicked off.
Hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after
But we knew a streaming Xbox was coming out.
Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
They got one more thing. I thought they said they was gonna stop saying world premiere. Last thing y'all about to show us. Years? The young Marcus Phoenix. Oh, he didn't have to throw him like that. Ooh. You getting a prequel?
Looks that way.
We need something because me personally, I wasn't enthused with Gears 4 nor 5. And Gears is my favorite franchise from Microsoft.
Started off dope, and then it lost me when it went open world. Like when we got to that area, I don't know how much of it you've played. When we got to that area,
I beat the whole game.
Oh, you beat the whole game. So you know that area when you had to go through the snow, and you had to use like that they lost me at that. Yo, I could not wait for that part to end.
I feel I didn't like the story. I didn't like the continuity when it came to her.
The story wasn't that great. I didn't like the whole concept of Dom's son and that dichotomy, and then it had very Metal Gear Solid.
It was on her. What's her name? That it was mainly on her, her family, and her mother. And
it was her son too. But then
that's
the second
what 4.
part of the
You talking
game
about
was
4?
her. That was like Metal Gear Solid 2 vibes, where we get away from Snake and then we get.
What you talking about, son? You talking about Marcus Phoenix son on 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4. Well, 5 is with her. What's her name?
That was 5.
5 is her. 5 is mainly her story.
In the second part, you don't remember the first part of the game?
Was dealing with whose son?
Was
you said Dom?
Okay, it was 4 then.
4 is with the is with Marcus Phoenix' son, which was trash. Like, I played all the Gears. That's my favorite Microsoft franchise is Gears of War. The only Gears game I haven't played is beat was Gears Tactics.
I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
Oh. Yo, did y'all see that ragdoll effect? I forgot
I'm not watching this Call of Duty thing.
You up for Call of Duty?
Players to a new but
I don't care to see it. I genuinely don't give a
feel
shit.
you.
signature Black Ops fashion. Our story builds on
So,
Like,
you
I'm
know,
gonna
this is
pause it because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it on
yeah.
here.
I'm probably gonna tune out there. So everybody that showed up, um, much love to y'all. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you for listening to me and my bullshit. Red, you know it's love always. Shout out to my sis. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe and tell your fucking friends they know where to go see that shit. You know. So
I appreciate you coming through always.
you know that anytime. But again, much love to everybody. Thank y'all for having me, Red. Thanks for having me. Shout out to everybody. And get your game on, y'all.
Get excited. Play the game. Stop. No, always complain because you know we gotta have these devs up on their toes. But you know, play and support the games that you love and want to play for sure. That was Mike. I'm gonna switch out everything right now. Oh, it's gonna look weird, but we're gonna start. We're going to start the Call of Duty. So this is the Call of Duty section of the show for me. I'm actually excited for this Call of Duty because there we go. There I go. I don't know if my brother's available to chat. I guess we'll have a post discussion with my brother G Stack. I should see if he's on and want to talk about Call of Duty. Let me see if he's on. I'm going to talk about Call of Duty. But it was something. Why is it showing that like that? But anyway, there we go. Sorry, y'all. It was something I wanted to say about Xbox, as far as the breadcrumbs and the future of Xbox and my expectations of it. I just want to give that real quick before I go into my thoughts on Black Ops and Call of Duty. I know I've been playing, for those who don't know, I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2 or 3. I forgot, but I've been playing Call of Duty for a long ass time. Before it was the multiplayer phenomenon, I've been playing Call of Duty. I love the you said since 1963. I wasn't even thought of. But yeah, with Microsoft that I was trying to say for the longest, I've been on Twitter talking about it, even during the time when it was rumored about certain games going to the PlayStation. There's gonna be more games actually going to PlayStation. Yeah, Call of Duty 3 was fire. I didn't play the online with Call of Duty 3 though. But Microsoft in a whole, people have to understand it's Microsoft and there's Xbox. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but it has transitioned into Microsoft Gaming. It's not like, so I think it's going to be Microsoft Gaming. It's not even a think. It's what it is right now. It's Microsoft Gaming, and you see a whole bunch of Xbox studios. And Xbox is just going to be a platform, per se. They're transitioning you into, just like what Sarah Bond just showed. She showed the streaming Xbox that is just streaming. You don't put a disc into it. It's a digital version. And somebody say, well, PlayStation has a digital one. You're right. You're absolutely right. But Sony's not transitioning into that yet. Xbox is. And they've been doing that for the longest. They're trying to make sure that the Game Pass is full on with a lot of content. Because the war that they were trying to, you know, people say the console wars, and it goes beyond just the fans. It's corporate as well too, and what you could beat one company at another company to stay as one. And their fight is totally different. Their fight is different as far as the acquisitions they've made to put themselves at number 2. They're trying to, of course, be at number 1, and on a different scale on what they're actually doing. So you're gonna hear about that. Yeah, still it has been their plan from the get go when they had troubles when Microsoft wanted to Xbox as a whole, and that was during the 360 days. And you would think like during the 360 days, I thought Xbox Live was popping. It wasn't to what they wanted it to be. We might think like, oh, Xbox Live is dope. There's so many gamers on. There's mad people. They added something to the industry when it came to social gaming. That's not what the suits is thinking and what they see on paper. Excuse me. So it's the same thing that came around again when it was like, well, y'all are not winning at nothing and your gamers are not buying the actual games. So now what can we do so there's more people on the platform playing? Because we see that people are on the platform playing, but then the consoles has not sold as much as this and so forth on a global scale. So how can we make this globally, and how can we make sure we're successful no matter what? And it's a video that I said a long time ago. I'm gonna come up with this video. I called Microsoft the medic. They're gonna be the medic to whatever Sony doesn't have. They're gonna be there to fulfill it. Whatever Nintendo have that they don't have, they're gonna be there to fulfill it. Because we have to understand that Microsoft is now a cloud-based company. Like they have their cloud, their bread and butter right now is cloud. So seeing Halo on PlayStation, you're gonna see that. And to me, they should just come out with the Master Chief Collection on PlayStation and then gear us up to then give us Halo Infinite on. But that has been in the talks for a long time before PlayStation 5. It's been in the talks for a long time for this to happen because they see where they've been lacking at, and that lack has been there for so long. And it's not any shade towards, it's just knowing how to adapt to certain things when it comes to a company and a corporation. You have to learn how to adapt on what you're losing on and what you could be more fruitful in. It may not go as what you want as a fan. It's just not. But they have had a branding issue. It has been a branding issue as of late coming out of the 360 era. And fans might be like, it's not a branding issue. It's not going to be a branding issue to you because you have an affinity to it. That's fine. But if you take yourself out of it, there has been a branding issue. And PlayStation has been built off of also, they kind of went in the realm of Nintendo, the nostalgic thing. We grew up with PlayStation. You grew up with Nintendo. So there's certain things that they have set in stone permanently that may not work for the newcomers like Xbox, which is more of a North American platform that hasn't really been global like that. So I look forward to see what they're going to do next, but they have changed a lot. The only thing I was pissed off about, I don't know why they got rid of Tango. That made no sense to me. They took so long with Hellblade to come out. That upsetted me. That made me upset as well. But yeah, y'all. So those are a lot of transitions are going to happen. You're going to see Xbox Game Studios. You're going to see that, of course, they're supposed to have this streaming device that's coming out, or handheld. It's going to be streaming. And I wonder how they're going to, I guess they're going to have it more proprietary than what you see from the Logitech X Cloud. And I love that things are going back to handheld because I look forward to PlayStation having their portable. I hope it's called the PSP, and they might as well just skip all the numbers and go to 5. But I'm excited to see what's next. I first say, just to wrap it up on the Microsoft part, this was the best Microsoft Xbox showcase that I have seen since I've been a gamer and since I've been covering video games. That's what I have to say. By far, it's been the best Xbox showcase. Is it the best Xbox showcase ever? No, but it can be in line with some of the best showcases that I've seen. So it can be in the line of. So I'm not going to throw shade on that. I was impressed, and I like a lot of the games that was shown. I do agree with Mike that there was a lot of games, and that's what a lot of gamers have been saying this generation. It's the 9th generation of gaming. It's like we have all this technology. why don't we have a lot of games that's like, wow? So like, that's what I have to say. Like, why isn't there's some cool games coming out? Don't get me wrong, but we haven't been like, yo, in a long time. So like, it's like every game is like, okay, that could have been on PS4 and Xbox X. You know, one or how I get confused. You know, that could have been on there as the pro version. Like instead of it like, yo, you see how I know Cyberpunk has had bad, you know, flack because of how it started, but if that game, the way it is, it's like that's a generational Demon Souls. That's a generational Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. That's a generational, like, wow. Even Stray, like, you like, wow. The way it looked, performed, everything. We're looking for things that kind of like wow us. And I'm not going to give the, oh, you did so good, because you were supposed to do good. That's all I'm saying when it comes to Xbox. I said that earlier for anybody that was tuning in later. It's like with PlayStation, we know they're going to give us bangers. So we expect, oh, they might going to give us but 3 of those bangers we know is like, wow. And so we would love to see more stuff. It's just that we don't always need a AAA game to be shown all the time. Give us AA games. Stray, Hi-Fi Rush. Like, those were gems of AA type of games. Give us those. Okay? Like, we don't always need AAA all the time. Like, give us something that's why I always go to the wholesome showcases and stuff like that. It's like they just making a game. They're not trying to prove anything. They're just trying to make a game that's fun and you have an experience with it. What happened to that? Because he's true. A lot of those games that were shown, damn, they look like something else we already played. We need nuances. That's what we need, nuance. Okay? So let's jump into the Call of Duty portion of this. I know, like I said, I'm late. Sorry. But I am excited for this Call of Duty because Black Ops, I do love the storyline of Black Ops. The first one for sure. It was movie. Like, it was an experience. So let's tap into this. For anyone, the main character, of course, is from the character that was voiced by Ice Cube, Joseph Bowman. The main character, this is his son. The actor that's playing in it, you're going to see soon if you haven't seen already. But this is the first Call of Duty where there is a black protagonist and a black person on the cover. First time in history. And they gonna be bad. Let's start. You know they gonna be bad for no reason, but we know the reason.
Has infiltrated.
But let's start this.
Of the U.S. government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time.
I gotta focus and clear out this backlog. We gotta stop playing the multiplayer games. That's why.
The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move.
And we have the stories back. We don't want that war zone.
Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever. And you can be sure it's full of surprises.
Okay.
With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Girl, put some of the games on easy. Got nothing to prove to nobody. That's what I did.
No turning back now.
Easy, huh? Oh.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative.
Yes.
We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
Are we playing as him or like?
Is packed with unexpected
I'm be tight. We're not playing as him because I see him. Or are we playing as him?
Where you're never sure who to trust and what's real, and it's all set against the backdrop of the early '90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War.
I don't think we play as him.
The U.S. is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere,
only
and there
remake.
was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere, across the music, television,
You said
and pop
it's not
culture
even
of
Black
the time.
History Month growth.
When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Some you should see.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
Woods. Always
In this
jacked
new
up.
chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio.
Tight.
His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another
guess
new
it's
face
not
in
his
Black
son?
Ops 6 CIA handler.
I guess
Jane
that was a
Harrow.
rumor. That rumor's
She's
wrong.
a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage
Marshall.
their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius,
Isn't he
and
from the
Savati
other?
Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former
didn't
enemies
play
have become
Cold
new
War.
allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
It makes me want to play all the Black
For
Ops,
the Black Ops
stories
single-player
all over
campaign,
again.
we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world
guess you
and
don't
immerse
play
them
as
in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Yeah. I'm a Martian. Okay. I'm ready for the story to return, like, because Modern Warfare 3 really upsetted me and my homegirls
You'll find that some of
because
our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes
really
place
did.
in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh
it was like a
tundra of
war
northern
zone
Russia.
thing. I'm like, why do we have war zone type? What's up, Philly? Why do we have a war zone type of situation going on?
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap,
Ooh.
Adrenaline Stem, Homing
Oh,
Knife,
we got the adrenaline stem back.
Disruptor.
Be tight with that one. That's nothing new. Shock target. Why she came in like
grounded
that?
With an expanded campaign hub called the Safe
Catherine.
House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold
Why did
War.
Cat
But
come
this
in
time,
like that?
we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So,
For her, she looked like
it's
AI.
in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the
This
50s and
map?
60s.
If this is
brings
gonna be a
lot
map?
of intrigue to the safe house and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the safe house experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can
scary.
view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze
Said,
evidence
do everyone
collected throughout
play?
missions.
Well, everyone goes straight to online. Yeah, people go straight to online. I've always been a story. I played a story first. That's me. I grew up with the story before it was a multiplayer game. So for me, it's
That was
story.
Great. I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players.
Please let
Movement
this
has been a
multiplayer
consistent
be
area
on
of focus
point.
and innovation for Call of Duty.
We
And with
ask
Black
this
Ops
every
6,
year.
We're redefining movement across the entire game.
Uh-oh.
For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system we call Omni Movement.
Okay.
This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and
Yo.
supine prone in full
You
360
could slide
range of motion.
on the side? Yo, I'm going to try and do that.
We started with, you can't
Okay.
do this thing, why? And then realize
Okay.
people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct?
Okay.
And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint
I
in
know
any
this
direction, then you
means
can
this
dive
is
in any
small, but
direction,
it's
you can
not small
slide
to
in any
me.
direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
If this deflects the jumping so much, because I'm trying to see how this will counter the jumping stupidity.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni Movement, there's no going back.
I'm trying to see how it's going to be cheesy, and I'm trying to see how it's going to counter jumping.
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories.
I don't like too
Sprint
many
assist,
options.
mental assist, and crouch assist.
I don't know.
And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni Movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
It's looking good. It's looking good so far.
We looked at
I'm
other
excited.
genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options.
Uh-oh.
I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really
Yeah,
dial
please
in their
invite
preferred
me
setup.
out to play the game so I could see if it's...
Hit zones are regions on a character
Yeah.
that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
Okay.
So world connectivity is
So
this
flinch
concept
is gonna
that
matter
players' movement
this time.
and reactions
Copy.
are connected to the world based
I hope
on
it's just
their
not too
choices.
much flinch.
A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically
Thank
rotate
you.
in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic,
Thank
it'll be a
you.
bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full
I
speed
cannot
around that
stand
same
that when you going on a corner and it's just
opportunities
it's
to
just
set the
staying
bar
there.
with
Like
movement
go
and animations in
around
Black Ops
it.
6.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives.
Photogrammetry.
For our faces, a dynamic real-time
Versatile
analysis
Rag,
of
what's up, my
spontaneous
brother?
performances was captured
What's
and
going
processed to make
on?
every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly
How
cut.
you
There's dirt in
been?
between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise.
Taking a week.
Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside.
I
the
know you
normal
excited.
playbook.
You
That means they're procuring gear
still
by
up
any
on
means
it.
necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made
I
sure
always
to
like
deliver
Black Ops,
dozens
though,
of
like-
unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a
That
weapon
Cold
to
War
match
just
any
wasn't
playstyle that
me.
you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for
Chris,
striking that
Mike
balance between
Chubb.
real and hyper-real,
What's up?
but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we
I gotta
can
get
match
Mike
that
Chubb on the
motion,
show.
the weight, the timing.
I have to try and
then
get Mike
riff
Chubb.
off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
Theo is in the building. We can't hype this up. We have to stop hyping up every Call of Duty because we get the game and then we don't like it.
From the
Like-
map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best
Xbox,
designs
you
in
might
a
have
clean,
to.
streamlined
Do
experience.
you have a PC? I'm not trying to be funny.
For
You
the
got a
first time
PC?
in
If
Call
you got
of
a PC,
Duty,
you have to get an
players will be
Xbox.
able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away.
Got
Want to
PC
play
in the
hardcore
cloud.
anywhere,
dude.
or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left? Those are
The
options. as
best
well.
Xbox ever if you got a
Not
PC.
only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end
I need it to
experience from
flow
lobby
and don't
into combat
have
and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated.
time
in a
to
big
kill
way.
should not take so damn long. If y'all are mad with time to kill being less, get your freaking skills up. I'm so tired of people doing that.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal
Please
to
don't have
make
time to
leveling
kill
and
me so
XP
long.
matter more than
Please.
ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige. Traditional
Black
prestige
Ops
is
1?
back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever.
Thank you.
Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start
I
fresh
played-
with
I
relocked
played,
gear,
um,
and go through the leveling
I
journey
play
again.
hardcore too, but
Black Ops 6 will
hardcore
have
this
10
past Call of
prestiges,
Duty,
each with a valuable set of rewards to earn.
it
and
wasn't
equip
acting
to
right.
peacock your status. Players who make it through
Say
prestige
get your
10
skills
aren't
up. Yes,
done.
get your skills
Instead, they'll
up. I
graduate
cannot
into
stand when
Prestige
people
Master
complain
with
about time
1,000
to
additional
kill.
levels to
The
climb
only
through,
thing is with time to
and a
kill, if it's
classified
less,
reward to uncover
the
for
certain maps
anyone
have to be
dedicated
a
enough to
certain
make it
way.
all the way to the end.
And the
The
hit
full
detection has to
prestige
be like it
system
has
is
to be a
available on day
balance.
1 in Black Ops 6.
Why Sony put all these videos of They
You know
Philly,
how
they
many
sup-
of our players look forward to multiplayer?
Why
and
do
we will be
y'all-
providing
Philly,
a deep
come
dive
on,
it
bro, you-
later in the year. For
you're
now,
not new
here's
to
some
gaming,
insight into
bro.
our development of
Why
Black
do
Ops
y'all
6
ask this question
Our
all
vision
the
since day
time,
one
whether
has
it's
been to craft
Xbox that
an
does
approachable
it,
and engaging step
Faces,
change of that
whether
signature
it's
Black Ops
PlayStation
multiplayer
that does
experience.
it. The
We
reason
focus on
why
supporting
is because a
three
lot
core
of the
play
games
styles
that
for
was shown on
Enforcers are the
Xbox
slayers who like to
Showcase
kill and stay on the move.
is
Recon
multiplat.
is
They
all about
have to
intel and
put
counter
those
intel
games
play.
also
And
on their
strategists
channel.
are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win.
So you find it fun.
or
It's
focus
not.
on taking
They're
out
supposed to
enemies
do
first rate.
that. It got
All of our
announced.
weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally
They have to
designed
wait to
through
put
that
those
lens of
games on
supporting
their
these
platform
playstyles.
because
And of course, it
Microsoft
wouldn't be a
had
Black
an
Ops game if you can't
announcement
relive
deal
those action
with
hero
the
moments
game.
in
After
theater
the
mode,
game is
which we're
announced,
happy to announce is
then
returning with Black
Nintendo
Ops
and
6.
PlayStation can
Now, I
then
said
put
we're
the
only getting a
games
taste
on
of
their
info today,
platform
but of
because it's
course that means
multiplat
you're
and
gonna
it's
get some early
coming
details
to
on
their
maps.
platform too. Same thing if it was vice versa
We're
with
happy
the
to
other,
announce
if it was
that we will
Sony
be
doing it.
launching with
Hey
16
sis, what's up,
all-new
Brittany?
MP maps. We've got 12 core, 66,
like,
and 4 strike maps. which
yes,
can be
it's the
played at
same day
56
it's
or
supposed to
2
happen because the
What do players like? What do we know
this
that they
is
want?
why
So we're back to
y'all
our
be
classic
killing me with it because
three-way
y'all
maps.
ask these questions
We've got
on
fast,
Twitter too.
frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for
Kelly, you getting the
hardcore
chop.
pacing to keep
I
it
need to have a
action-forward
chop
and still have meaningful
thing on
decisions
here.
for the
Nope.
player to make.
Nope. You getting
The
the
maps
chop.
have their own stories, and
You getting the
we
chop.
have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers.
I gotta get her
there,
on the
but
show
you'll
as well.
experience
Let me
some
write
of
these
those
names down.
locations through the multiplayer lens.
Yeah, like that's been the case
covered
for
a lot today.
years.
But
I
couldn't leave
don't.
you without giving you just one more.
No,
thing.
he's not trolling. Philly's not trolling at all. Philly is dead ass. And a lot of people ask the same question. I'm like, because they're supposed to. Like, no shade to Philly. There's people who ask that question
Round-based
all the
zombies is
time,
back,
and I'm like,
we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode. Where
all right,
every map
zombies,
is
y'all.
full
Who
of
playing
powerful
zombies with
weapons and
me?
upgrades,
Because I'm
deadly
tired of
enemies, and
people
tons of
who
secrets to
they act
unlock.
like they don't know how to play
The
zombies.
legacy
We
of
got
zombies
traditional
is
zombies
incredibly
back.
important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to
Yes,
zombies.
traditional zombies
Plus,
is
there are
back.
many
Let's
additional
go.
zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going
All right,
to
I
be
got
a
Uni, I
truly
got
epic
Tay.
return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
Okay.
Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6.
All right, August
so you can be
28th, we
prepped
back
and ready
on.
to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be
We
sharing
gonna be
so
in on
much
that
more about
beta.
Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall. and
Zombies,
into
a
launch.
story, ain't being Black
And
Ops.
it's not just
1.
about
We'll
launch,
see.
because the
I don't
team is
know yet.
already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about.
I didn't like Black Ops 2
Am
story.
I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was
Warzone
and still is to make
messed up
something that
Call
is
of
the
Duty.
best work we've ever done and frankly the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked
This
how
is
something could be
giving.
better.
This is giving, bro.
In
This
some
is
cases,
giving
that
Black
led us
Ops
to
1,
huge
like for
innovations
real.
like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move.
I know they had to compete before, but it messed
In
up
other cases, it
everything
led us
else
back to some
with
of our
Call of
classic
Duty.
systems like Prestige. Then taking that classic system through the ringer
It
and
should
making
have. It
updates
should have
and
been its own
improvements.
thing.
Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The
Said no,
campaign tells
yes, it
an
did.
all-new Black
It
Ops
messed
story
up a
where
lot.
you're forced to go rogue. and
Look
are
at
being
Modern
hunted by the
Warfare
teams
3
that trained you.
story.
On top of that,
You're
the
playing
team is really
Warzone.
focused on mission and
Like, with a
engagement
story.
variety. Multiplayer
Look at the
is a
things
key
you do in a
ingredient the
regular
DNA of
Call of
Black Ops,
Duty
and hopefully, in the
playlist
sneak
that
peek, it was clear that every
said it was
single
messed
part
up
of the
prior to
MP
that.
game
Yes,
will
there
be
was
improved
problems,
and
but they
better than
added
ever.
on a
From
plethora of
movement,
problems.
to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so
What's
much
up,
more
Dutch?
to share
Black
across
Ops 1
all
best.
3 game
I
modes
agree.
before the game
How
officially
would this
launches
new
on October
transfer
25th.
into Warzone? Great question. Have
On
you
behalf
seen
of the
anything you're
entire
excited
team,
about?
we can't wait for you to play
besides
Call of Duty
Yes.
Black Ops 6.
I'm gonna answer it. Thank you, Melodic Gamer. I appreciate you for subbing. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sorry it didn't pop up because since I'm doing a, you know, a showcase, but I gotta give you your props. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for subbing. Got 12 subs. 8 more until 20. The goal is 20 subs. I appreciate you. Shouts out to Melodic Gamer. So midnight, I guess I can answer your question. South by, I think it's South by Midnight or South of Midnight. I'm very excited for that. Doom Dark Ages, I'm excited for that game. Of course, what else? The 33 game wasn't so bad. I need to start. I want to play Indiana Jones. Perfect Dark, I've been waiting for, so it's not exciting for me, but I do want to play it. Fable, I can't wait for the new Fable. This game right here, I forgot the name of that game. I'm excited for that game. There was a lot of games I'm actually excited. Like, I can't wait to actually play. Of course, I can't wait to play Shadow. Assassin's Creed Shadow. Like, State of Decay, I'm not too, it's not my cup of tea, but I don't mind playing with other people. Stalker 2, definitely can't wait to play that. Gears E-Day? I'm a Gears fan. I wasn't too cool on 4 and 5. I'm keeping it a buck. But I do want to see E-Day, which looks like it's a prequel to the whole franchise. And Fable, if I haven't said that already. Oh, that, what is it called? Something Punk? Frag Punk or something? That looks dope. I can't wait to play that game. This was a great showcase. It was a great showcase. I guess what would make it a 10 is the question. So that's it. We've been on here for 2 hours. I was a little late. I apologize. Shouts out to Geeklifemike. Make sure y'all check him out. Definitely check out his content on G Style. Was still in the making of trying to see, you know, coming back for the podcast that we do have with Afropunk. But it was a solid showcase. Like, I was really impressed. They did their thing as a showcase wise. They did the damn thing showcase wise. Appreciate you, Philly. They did the damn thing. Obis, what's good, Obis? We out here, Yudi. We out here. Like, we got some games to play. So I'm gonna explain I explained something earlier, but I'm gonna explain it. I guess more of Call of Duty. I guess I could talk about Call of Duty because I already talked about the showcase earlier. I'm going to find a timestamp to find that. If somebody can help me with that timestamp, please help me out with that timestamp once this goes up as a full video, and I might cut it as well. But Call of Duty is looking very promising because a lot of things that I was pissed off about on Modern Warfare 3. I don't know this is what I don't understand. Modern Warfare 2 was great. So, like, hold on. Modern Warfare 1? How did this go? Because my mind is blinking. Modern Warfare 1, when they rebooted it, was great. The story was great. The graphics was great. The multiplayer was great. Like, the time to kill was good. I was able to... How I play, I like the rush. The way I like to play, I like the rush, shoot, popping. Like, I like to do that. Was phenomenal. Modern Warfare 2, I'm trying to think if it was okay, but there was problems. Modern Warfare 3 was like, I know y'all lying. I know y'all are lying right now. The story was like, I didn't even finish the story of Modern Warfare 3 at all because it had that war zone element to it, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing right now? Like, so I'm not immersed in the game, and I gotta worry about all. I just want to play a cinematic story. I didn't ask for all of this. I would put a story in Warzone in, like, do that. But I just want a traditional, what the original Infinity Ward gave to the series, and what Treyarch has given to the series. I want that. And yeah, why are y'all trying to fix something that's not broken? That's the problem I have with shooting, any shooting game. Why are you fixing something that's not? Nobody asked for y'all to do that. Who came up in the board? And what focus group did you was? Whatever focus group y'all had was a whole bunch of fake Call of Duty gamers that said, yeah, let's do it. No, why did y'all do that? So I'm happy that with this Black Ops, from what they're showing with Black Ops 6, wow, we're at 6. Traditional campaign story is back. And for a lot of people that be like, what is story important? Remember what happened? What was that? What was that? Call of Duty. Remember when they took out the story and everybody was pissed? So it is important. It still has some importance. There are people who still, I think they had a percentage shown on people who actually do play the game. So let's not forget when, thanks Philly for coming on Twitch. Remember when they took the story out and people was tight because they was playing, it was Black Ops 4. People was pissed. So even people who go traditionally to multiplayer, they still go back and play single player. I always said that what they need to do, and I think they did this for one of the Call of Duties, if I'm not mistaken, is what you progressing in the story should trickle over to the multiplayer so it can entice people who don't normally play them single player to actually play it so you can unlock things in multiplayer. I think they did that with Modern Warfare 2, if I'm not mistaken, and Modern Warfare 1, the reboots. But they need to continue that tradition as well so you can entice people to play the story, because the story could be very great. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Zombies. World at War. Where are my World at War people at, the original zombie players? Like, I hope they bring back a lot of dope stuff, and of course, like the puzzles and stuff along with it, the way you pack a punch your guns. I'm excited to see, because it's back to traditional zombies. Like when we would be on there for waves after waves after waves. Like, can we get that? Okay, I don't need to be transported like an open world zombie. I don't want that. Just give me the traditional. If we do, just make it make sense. That's all I say. If you want to put some nuance to it, just please make it make sense. So I'm excited to see what guns is going to be in there. The new Omni movement. The Omni movement, I'm feeling, but I have some reservations. And the reservations, if I could, hand in a ticket for it, is that we all know when it comes to multiplayer, and this is what I meant by how Warzone changed a lot, and it kind of ruined the regular traditional Call of Duty playlist. And what I mean by the playlist is the multiplayer playlist when you're playing, free for all, and domination, and so forth, and all the other stuff, is that it added too many options into the game that made it very gimmicky and exploitive with certain stuff. And the PC gamers, of course, took advantage of all of that. So if you are on console and you play with a controller versus someone playing with a mouse and keyboard, or if somebody have a scuff controller, then it's like, yo. So I don't know. I'm trying to, but the Omni stuff I'm very impressed with, because you're able to like move like how you supposed to traditionally move. Like there's real movement. So I love that nuance. To me, that's great. I love how if you're going around a corner, you can actually like circle in, because before it's very stagnant and stiff, but now you can kind of, it's very realistic. So I can't wait to see how that plays over into the multiplayer. I just want people to combat. I want companies to combat jumping in shooters. Like people jump, and it should be like a stamina thing that they put for that jumping stuff because it's annoying at any shooter. What else? Maps. I've seen a lot of close quarter combat maps, so I'm excited for that. I love close quarter combat and shooting games. Even though I'm a sniper, I love to snipe. I do love the close quarter stuff, so I can't wait to see the diversity when it comes to the maps. And like the story, I'm really excited for the story to see how things are tying in. I love when games try to tie in from previous other games to kind of bring it all in, like with a universe of different things that actually happen. So from Black Ops to the Cold War and so forth, of course, it all being in a historical timeline. So can't wait to see that. But Black Ops, if y'all don't remember Black Ops, that story was A1. Like, there was so many twists and turns. There was ties even to World at War, and it was fire. So I'm excited for that. Yes, what's up, Miss K? Shouts out to Miss K. Yes, minimize that Fortnite jumping codes. Yes, it's even an X Defiant. I'm like, yo, can we stop? But yeah, overall, yes, Xbox did very, very, very well. They did very well with their showcase. They gave us games. Of course, we got updates. We got new titles. We got updates gameplay-wise to the titles that we've been looking forward to. Whether you're interested in it or not, at least we get to see it. Yeah, I think they did a great job. Of course, you've seen multiplayer games in there. Like I mentioned, Philly had a question on, why when you see Sony, they put the game, because it's a multi-plat game. Like it's just that Microsoft got the partnership deal to showcase it first on their stage. But they have to, all the other companies, of course, have to put it because it's on their platform too, and they got deals with those companies as well. They have to put it on there. So I was happy to see that. I did not see State of Play. I don't know if y'all want my thoughts on State of Play. I do know some of the games that was announced, but I did not see State of Play. But from what I heard, it was kind of like, okay. But I explained even within this showcase, which I'm going to try and chop up and send out, that when it comes to Sony, it's like, hey, we know we expect these 4 bangers, and it's like we don't really need to see anything. And I think that shouldn't be allowed. Like, we should always see what might be on their stage versus another stage. Like, that's still exciting to some people. So yeah. 30 minutes of work and then you off. You say you didn't miss anything. It was a great showcase. I do advise to look over and see what some of the games you would be interested in. Of course, a lot of this stuff is going to Game Pass. As far as playing Call of Duty on Game Pass, I want to say this right here, and this is why I said even with PlayStation Plus, I remember when Drive Club was on PlayStation Plus, and it was a totally different game than what you got from the actual physical or like the retail copy of it. Same thing with Gears 5. I had a problem with Gears 5. Mine was on Game Pass compared to it being a retail copy, and I had issues with it. I hope that because this is going to be on Game Pass, that there's no hiccups for the Game Pass players compared to people who buy the retail version of this game. Because no one talks about this in the industry, but it happens. There's always a problem with the Game Pass version of stuff compared to the retail copy of the game. I don't know what that's about. I do know a lot of times from me getting review copies of stuff, I'll get a review copy of the game and it'll show up like I don't even own the game because of the way it is coded for the store. I don't know if that's like a bug sometimes with these games. I just hope for the people who's playing this game, because there's going to be millions of people playing the game on Game Pass, I assume that it doesn't hiccup their experience. I just hope for that. But it's dope to see. It's gonna be a black man on the cover of Call of Duty. We haven't seen that. The only time we got to see that a little bit was what, Vanguard, and that of course there was other people on there on that cover, but it goes, Marshall is one of the, I guess, main characters that we're going to see throughout this. We've seen, I forgot the name of the brother that is the actor, but we see him from Insecure and Purge, and I forgot what other show he was on. You say you're excited for Perfect Dark. It looks cool. It just looks like other games, but I'm excited. I'm gonna play it. Like, y'all already know me. The updates with Starfield Shattered Space, that look fire. That looks fire. I gotta get back on my Starfield for sure. Before I get out, y'all have any questions or anything? Let me know what y'all was excited for in the chat. Once this goes up as a full video, y'all definitely, I'm gonna have it as a question anyway, but y'all make sure y'all please go over to my YouTube channel. If y'all are on Twitch, go over to YouTube once this goes up as a full video. Definitely like, definitely please share your thoughts. Let me know what you rated this showcase out of 10 or out of 5, or if you have a do some live streams. Yes, I will be doing some live. I actually, right after this, I'm going to be playing some Destiny. Sorry, I haven't been on camera. I've been on live streams. I've been on Twitch doing my lives, but with this Destiny stream, I will do a dual stream. So definitely check it out. But I have definitely go over. If y'all are on YouTube, definitely go to Twitch and follow, because I do a lot of my live streams on there. You didn't see the Starfield Shattered Space? It looks dope. Like, I'm excited for the DLC. I like Starfield. I do. I really like it. So I gotta get through the game more though. You just like the Metal Gear Solid Delta gameplay. I'm not of a espionage stealth type of gamer, but I'll try. I'll give it a try. The only game that I gave a try like that was Hitman, and then Hitman started getting on my nerves. It was my fault, but Hitman is a phenomenal game. It's just that I was like, nah, I don't think this is gonna be for me. I gotta get back into Starfield. I gotta finish the story. Like, I didn't finish the story at all. Metal Gear Solid 3 is your favorite. A lot of people say that. Philly said he gave it a 5 because nothing was really impressive to him. Okay. Yeah, South of Midnight looks dope. I can't wait for that game. That's highly anticipated for me. It's South of Midnight. Oh wow, you didn't see nothing that impressed you, Philly? Philly, what you been playing? What have you been playing? Let me know. What's some games? What would have made? They showed Gears. They showed They didn't show any gameplay, but they showed that there is a new Gears game coming out. It's looking like a prequel. It's called E-Day. They showed Marcus and Dom. They didn't show Coltrane though. You gave it a 5 though. You didn't say nothing. Like, dang, that's really tough. What else? I think that's it. I'm gonna try and prepare for my Destiny stream. To get into this final shape. Oh, the only Xbox games you like is Gears. We don't got no Fable fans. The only Fable fan I know of that I seen in here was Uni. And then Chariot mentioned Perfect Dark. Avowed looked kind of, it looked like other stuff. Okay, Still's a Fable fan. But Avowed looked like other stuff we kind of seen. I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna try and see if I like it or not. Y'all know I try and give everything a chance. But it's not like, oh wow, I can't wait for Avowed. It's not that type of vibe over here. Bronco gave it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Would have made it a 10 out of 10. Shoot. I guess like a new IP plus the gameplay. Like a new IP plus gameplay. Or I'm trying to think what old Xbox title I would have loved. Maybe like a Lost Odyssey. Like if they would have brought back like a remake of Lost Odyssey, it would have been a 10 out of 10. Like 10 out of 10 for me. To answer that question, if anybody had that in mind, that would have made it a 10. But they did a really great job with the showcase. Best Xbox showcase by far that I've ever seen. It gave me E3 vibes. It's just that I wish I would have seen like a blown away, like whoa type of shit, and I didn't. That wasn't here, but they did the job of what I've been asking for years from them. So that's why I gave it what I gave it. What's the done with the catfish? Oh, South of Midnight. South of Midnight is the game. And release dates. Yeah, they gave us release dates. Yeah, and new IP is why I took 2 points. Yeah, if I would have seen like a new IP that's like yo from Xbox Studios, not then I would have been like yo, or like the remake of something. I was like yo. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is gonna be lit. I love samurai stuff, and then they got Yasuke up in there, like the win-win for me right now. I just hope there's no bugs going on. Just keeping it a buck. Like, yeah. Oh, gameplay of Gears would have had made it lit. I hear that. Yeah, I get tired of CGI stuff by now. It's like, okay, you could give a CGI and then go into gameplay, like. But I don't know if they're ready for that. But that would have gave it a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm giving it a 9 because I was fulfilled for what I've seen so much. I am hard on Xbox because I feel like they play it too safe a lot of times for me compared to the other companies. You know, the other two. Yeah, it's good that they got games coming out. Yeah, it's good that they got games coming like Stalker. Oh, I can't wait for Stalker 2. I thought there was already a Stalker 2. Why is my it's trying to do like alfalfa or something, like I don't understand. But yeah. So my nose. Every time I come on here for some reason, I guess it's mad people talking about me. My nose starts to itch. But Stalker, I can't wait to play. What else? South of Midnight, Gears E-Day, Doom Dark Ages, but it's just like a way better Doom game. You know, Doom does what they do best. So but I'm about to get on this Destiny. I hope to see y'all back when I get back on Destiny. I'm gonna try and get something to eat. I didn't even eat yet. So I'm gonna prepare for this Destiny stream. What's today? Today's Sunday. Sunday fun day. If any one of y'all play Destiny, let me know so we could get on there. Everything is REDinFamy. My Baldur's Gate is on PC. It's just like it's on, it's on PC, sis. And I don't think it's multi. That's another thing. Yo, all these games that got multiplayer games, can y'all make stuff multiplat? The games that really do need multiplat? Like, yo. Yeah, I have it on PC. Games like that, I'm definitely going to have on PC. So. Dead Island 2, I need to finish that. I have it on Xbox and I have it on PlayStation. Yo, why is my nose? Sorry. I'm already on Destiny and the Nightfall is on some bullshit. I need help with the Destiny 2. How long has it been? It's been years. How long has Destiny 2 been out? I have yet to get a platinum in Destiny 2 because of the Nightfall and Grandmaster. Those are the only trophies I need left. Those are the only trophies. Not for Destiny 2. Destiny 2 has been like 7 years. No, it's been like 5. It's been like 5 years. Yeah, I gotta get back on Starfield. You and I both. Like, you and me both. Still didn't get my platinum. I got platinum in Destiny. I need platinum on Destiny 2. That's what I need. So I need help. There's a lot of y'all I have not played video games with. We've known each other for years. That is, like, come on. Because I'm about to do a swoo on my friends list. I'm like, if we don't play video games, there's no reason for you to be on my friends list. If we don't play or converse in some type of way. Toe Jam 2223. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. How are you? Welcome. I'm loving the name. But yeah, I need help. So let me set up this Destiny stream. Thank you all for coming in. Shouts out to everybody that is on Twitch and on YouTube. I really appreciate the love for y'all hearing my thoughts and insights. Shouts out to Geeklifemike that came through. Make sure y'all check him out. He is on. I'll have things in the description area as well with his links and everything. But it's Geeklifemike across the board, period. So make sure y'all definitely check him out. That's my brother from another. Also check out his content on gstylemag.com. And yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all hit that follow button. For more, I will be back on my streaming bag again. I just had to take a breather and step away for a bit. But I'm getting everything back in sync. But I had to take a break. I had to. For personal reasons. But back on here. Is happy to always see y'all again. All the time. Shouts out to the faithfuls and the Noti gang. I really, really appreciate y'all all the time. Uni, are you on Destiny? I haven't even started Hellblade. I don't know if I was going to stick to my promise. I was going to wait till it comes to PlayStation. But the gamer in me is like, no. Play what you want. And just play it over again when it hits PlayStation. Yeah, but not on the DLC yet. Okay. All right. But I love y'all. Y'all know I take a long time with outros. Make sure y'all please follow when it goes up as... So everybody on Twitch, yeah, please also go and support me on YouTube. It is still REDinFamy. Make sure y'all please subscribe. Okay? You said you don't give... You're not... Chariot. You said... Chariot, you one of my longest supporters. Why would you get removed? Like, we do need to play Destiny, though. I don't understand what's there's not to understand. We do need to play Destiny, though. But make sure y'all go over to the YouTube. Please subscribe. Please, make comments on the videos and stuff. I'm going to see, of course, there's tons of different things I'm going to be reprising and resurrecting back on that channel. On Twitch, for those who are on YouTube and like, yo, I don't see you stream like that anymore. It's because I stream mostly a lot of times on Twitch. So yeah. But I guess I probably start doing both. It was easier for me during that time while I was trying to step away from streaming. I still wanted to stream my experiences because I did finish Final Fantasy Remake out of the backlog. But it was just easier for me to just get up and just stream straight from the PlayStation. So that's why. But yeah, everyone, love y'all. Please tune in. I'm going to take a break, get something to drink, get something to eat, and then start up my Destiny stream. So it'll be the official Destiny stream. So you will see it on YouTube and you will see it on Twitch. Right? Love and peace. Y'all stay blessed, and I will check you out soon.